Hi guys, welcome to OG Cars, and in today's video we look at my new-ish MG Metro and my old classic Mini. We talk about why the Metro ended up replacing the Mini and what's better about both cars. So you join me here in my classic Mini. Now, space-wise, you can fit some things in here. I mean, the interior space isn't bad and the boot space isn't bad, but when we compare it to the Metro, that really does trump it. So you can see from this shot just how much more space I've got in here, let alone the space in the back for more computers and printers when I'm doing stuff at work. Well, as you can see, in an MG Metro, you can fit a full-sized Owen. The same cannot be said for a classic Mini, which I will now demonstrate. The problem is we have all of my gear from the last video in there, but as you can tell, I'd probably have to chop myself in half and leave the other half behind. The Metro also has cool stickers on it, like Now We're Metroing, Vehicle Watch, Suffolk Constabulary and Young Retro Motor Club, and this one just says protected by Rover Vehicle Security Systems, which probably still don't even exist. So in terms of status though, the Mini does get a lot more looks. Admittedly, the MG Metro behind me does get a lot of looks while driving as well, but the classic Mini, there's just something about them being such a British icon that people really love, young and old, and whether they're into cars or not, they seem to enjoy a Mini, whereas obviously the MG Metro is a bit more of an acquired taste, but it's still quite a cool car, and admittedly I really enjoy driving the MG Metro as well. I've daily driven that now for a little while, and as I say, it's got more space, but it is just as fun to drive. This admittedly does handle better. The Mini round corners is just sublime, but the MG Metro is much more comfortable with that gas-ridden suspension. So another thing to mention is, while I was, looking for an MG Metro, I wasn't necessarily looking for another classic Mini. You guys may remember my classic Mr. Bean Mini and my 1275 GT. Those are two cars that I went out, found, and really liked and bought. This just came in a trade deal with the Alphasud. It was my way of getting rid of the Alphasud in the end, trading out, and I sold my other Minis, and I did very much enjoy this one. But I did go looking for this car, and ultimately I do see it as the upgrade. And here's the other thing, this car is cheaper by a considerable amount than this one. So it depends what you're looking for, because if you're looking for comfort, daily driving and things like that, there's a little bit in to and fro, because this has obviously got better suspension and more room. But on the flip side, when we look at it, this is actually a later car on single point injection. So in terms of reliability, theoretically, this is the better running car. So I suppose here's the other thing. I bought this car, well, traded for it, in a condition where everything is done. This car doesn't want for anything. The MOT is coming up, but there's no reason why it shouldn't pass another very shortly. If we come to the MG Metro, obviously I bought it slightly cheaper and it could probably do with a couple of things. But again, for that reason, maybe it's better as a daily car, because I don't worry about it so much. The paintwork's not quite as good, the wheels aren't quite as good in condition, and there's a couple of things that don't work inside, and so therefore, why not? So I suppose I've had my time with the Mini and I did decide to sell it. I still have decided to sell it. I think I need to get a fresh MOT on it now and relist it again, realistically. But I think I put that in my head that it was sort of like Mini or 126. I was like, which one would I rather keep? I've got my yellow 126. And when I got my blue one, which you guys have seen on the channel now, it reignited my love for the 126s, and obviously I drove that other blue one back from Italy and it was such great fun. And I do have loads of fun in the Mini and I love the attention it gets. But as a classic that I can just drive every now and then, I would definitely prefer to have the 126, sorry Mini fans. And coming back to the MG Metro then, for my current plans, using it as a daily is exactly what I've been doing, and I think it's actually well suited for. It is carburetted with manual choke, but that's fine. I mean, people used to do that every day. That's what you used to have. And it still performs just as well. It's not done a high mileage. It's in really fairly good condition, and it's just great fun to drive. So as a daily, why not? It's got the room I need. It takes enough fuel. It does all the miles I need to do and more. And as I say, it's just great fun to drive. Apologies, this video is probably a bit all over the place, because I'm saying nice things about that, nice things about that, saying certain things are better on different cars. I mean, as I say, that's SPI, so it's maybe slightly more reliable. This one, it's cheaper, it's got more room. there's so many pros and cons you can take from both of these cars, and I think ultimately if you're looking for one, you've just got to go with what you prefer. But as a daily, right now, for what I want and need, the Metro definitely fulfills the purpose more than the Classic Mini has for me, because it's got more room, it's more comfortable to drive every day. As I say, the suspension is so much better. I'm not going to say it glides over speed bumps, but you don't feel like you're going to outer space like you do sometimes in the Classic Mini. So the result of this video, I'd maybe say better-ish daily, better-ish classic overall car. You be the judge. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below and tell me what you think of both of these cars. Which do you prefer? Do you have any experiences of either of them? Let me know. Like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next one.